Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the New York Jets. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Set. Man read. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. Check nickel. Check credit.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the twist. Kill.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Anyway, it's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Hey, we gotta get to Mike over there.
They're going to look to throw. And Tate's got it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go again. Watch the edge.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Wells. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go.
Ready.
Mike 50.
Hey, that's what I do.
Now.
Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Come on. Kill.
Hard.
Kill. Turn up.
Stick down. Check it.
On 1st down, McAllister. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw here. Nifty move. This complete to Martin. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The catch made by Miller. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 33. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. They run. It's Foster. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Lions.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Get in the weight room.
2nd and 5. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Mike, 36.
They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Let's go.
Go. 80 weapon.
They'll run. Martin. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Now! Hurry up! Go!
They'll run for it with Martin. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1.
61, matchbox, lights, hit it.
They'll run it. Here's Martin. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Right there. There, baby. Mike 9. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Mike 9. Mike 9. Bang Hill. Bang Hill. Bang Hill.
Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know.
Mike 9. Night, night, sweetheart.
They'll look to throw here. And the catch made by Johnson. 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll run on first down. Dillon. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point right down the middle. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive with Martin. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. You mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here we go. 10 Tucson.
Watch the slant.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up.
Hey, orbit. Get it.
Looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And that'll set them back 5.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now Sanders. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
Watch the twins. Watch the twins. Mike 9. Mike 9. Come off the ball. Mike 9.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this complete to the tight end, Pettigrew. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
57 to Mike. Mike 57.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
57. Mike 57.
He'll drop to throw. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked somewhere else, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Let's get it.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On second down, Martin. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down.
You ain't doing nothing today. General West, ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Let's go!
At their own 46-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Lions. And even 50 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. On the run, it's Peyton. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. In for the score. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people think to themselves.
And he's going to go down. couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. Let's see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. That's a big-time run there by Martin. 41 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
Bang, 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 bang.
Foster on 2nd down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Ready, set.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Hey, watch this, watch this.
Recon, 132 fighter. Let's go.
On 3rd down, it's Martin. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Out.
They run again on 1st down. Martin. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
10 over.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Greystone travel.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Let's go.
Check. Fresno. 25.
X3. 218, chopper. Get.
They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
It's just me and you. Mike 36. Mike 36.
Hey, Charlie.
Watch 36 to Mike.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Watch the six.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Will they make up for it? Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Foster on the toss. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Pick me up. Hey, wahoo!
Mike, 36.
Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Joker. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Hey, come on, oh.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run now with Peyton. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Come on, set. 6 yards. Cut. He's crashing. He's checking creative weapon. Check 99. Check 99.
Check 52.
Off.
Second and 15. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch the curl. Shit. 61. Match box. Right.
Now back to throw. Looking for Clark. He's got him complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
2nd and 2. And Martin's got it complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Jets on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Protein spill. Now.
They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal.
We got 3, fellas.
They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Well, he had the big run to get down there, so you got to let him finish it off, don't you?
I think so, but what I liked even more, the fact that he wanted to finish it off. How many times have we seen a guy break off a big run, and we see that universal sign where he's tapping his helmet to get me out of the game? No! Stay out on the field and enjoy the benefits of the success you created.
And he hits pay dirt because of it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This will complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. First down. Here's the run with Martin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far.
He's not going to get me.
It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Jets on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 17. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Jets on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw here. Got some real estate inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So now on 4th down, Sean Payton's going to turn it over to the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Watch twist. Mike, go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Matchbox lights.
Hey, alert 3.
Hey, Haywood. Hit it.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Switch.
Hey, exit. 6-6, pull it high.
24. Check.
Hey, Foxtrot.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one. Remaining here in this fourth quarter. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Hustle. Jim.
Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Wells. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check back. Mike 9. Bang Hill. You don't know no better.
2nd and 6. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Wells. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
36. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Motion.
Get it.
Back to throw now on first down. And that'll be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
2nd and 10. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Now let's see who this is on.
Here we go. Here we go. Tight end. Who that? Watch tight end. Turn around.
On first down. Dillon. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help